Okay, welcome everyone. We are going to start the Library Board of Trustees meeting. It is September 3rd, 2025 at 5:30 p.m. May I have a roll call, please?
Juanita Garner,
Here.
David Norgard,
Here.
Al Jones,
Here.
Gary Brackett, my
Here.
apologies. And unfortunately, Deb Schwartz is here, but can't vote. Welcome, we're glad you're here. But sorry, you can't vote. So, four people.
Okay. So the acceptance of the agenda.
I move that we accept the agenda as presented.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Second. Okay.
And I can do all in favor and.
Oh, we can do, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay, public comments. This time has been set aside for members of the public to address the Library Board of Trustees on agenda items and items of general interest within the subject matter within the jurisdiction of the city. Although the Library Board of Trustees values your comments pursuant to the Brown Act, it generally cannot take any action on items not listed on the posted agenda. You have 3 minutes. 3 minutes are assigned to each speaker. Do we have any public comment?
So if you're online and you want to give public comment, use the raise hand feature. I don't know.
No?
Andy? No? Andy, do you want to give public comment today? No?
No.
No, you'll do yours later?
All right, we're going to move on to the consent agenda. Do I have a motion to accept the consent agenda?
So moved. Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Great. Okay, administrative reports. Do we have a report from the Friends of the Palm Springs Library?
Yes, Nancy's on vacation, but I can report for the Friends. The Friends do have book sale shelves at the temporary library at Rimrock Plaza. So if you're looking to buy some gently used books, you can go to the library and shop to your heart's content. They are reshelving and restocking very often. Also, if you want to make donations, they're asking that you please call them to arrange a time for the donation to be dropped off at their location. That number is 760-668-8838. And the Friends will be having a modernism book sale over Modernism Weekend in October. That's October 17th through the 19th at the Wellwood Murray Memorial Library, where they will be selling art, architecture, and design books specifically. So that is an update from the Friends. Any questions?
They resume their board meetings next week, is that correct?
Yes, they do.
Okay, and they will be held in this building also?
They will be held in this building, but at a different room.
Okay.
That is correct.
Okay, thanks.
Thank you. Any other questions? Thank you.
Okay, and do we have a report from Palm Springs Library Foundation?
Yes, we do.
Great.
Can I know there's another agenda item which is the annual report.
Great.
Could I compress those or do you want me to do them separately?
You could do it
I
all.
think you
You
could
could
do it
hold yours until then if you want.
No, I like to do, because chronologically maybe it fits better if I do the annual and then come back with the July, August update.
Okay, that's
Okay,
fine.
is that okay
Anybody have
with you
any
guys?
objections? Is that okay? Yeah, all right.
So in terms of the annual report, it's probably best to look at it in context of our mission and see how things fit. Are we doing the right things to advance our mission? And as we know, our mission is to provide substantial long-term financial support for the public library here in Palm Springs. And we're doing that. We're focused on a couple things in that regard. One is the renovation, and to the extent that our capital campaign can provide funding to help with that. And then as a corollary, to build an endowment. So we have access to funds that would allow for larger scale projects that Jeannie and the staff might want to use down the road. And so we're doing that. And then the third aspect of it, of course, is that we need to be a viable organization and we need to keep improving and making sure that we have the capacity to fulfill that mission and so on. So we spend a lot of time internally making sure that we have the right people in the right place and the committees in the right order and the right type of committees. And you know the story because we report to you every month, and we're very gratified that Al and Deb have come to our meetings and participate as the representatives of the trustees. So given that background, back in September, we set up a capital campaign steering committee, and Ed McBride and Jeffrey Norman are the co-chairs of that. And subsequently, we hired a consultant who has been very active with DAP and with the Plaza Theater renovation and knows his way around Palm Springs philanthropy. And so Daryl Tucci is his name. And so we also set up an honorary committee with some folks from the Palm Springs community that we thought would be important to help us in terms of our efforts. And since September, we've been engaged in a lot of planning, and we've developed a second website, which we're going to show you next month. It should be available mid-September. And that is a website it's highly interactive and has all the renderings of the space that Jeannie and the architects have scoped out. And there's $14 million of naming opportunities associated with that. So if we're halfway successful, we'll be very successful. So we'll show you that hopefully next month. We can go through that in some detail. And we also have done some email acquisition and some wealth building intelligence so that we can get a handle on who we should approach and that kind of thing. So we're getting ready to go forward. I should mention that we do have a fairly good start on things, pledges that from people who, we want to keep quiet right now, but we're in good shape, and we thank you very, very much for your offer to match for that first million. I think that's going to be a terrific day when we're able to announce the $1 million from the community and then the $1 million that you put forward. That's going to be a terrific day, I think, right, Jeannie? So you can help with the children's area and augment some other things with that. And then we'll move on to the endowment. Okay, so from an organizational standpoint, another piece of the puzzle is our executive director, Peter Pearson, who we brought on. Again, thanks to a grant that you were generous enough to give us. We did put in a new section in our website for donor recognition, because we're starting to get more and more people to donate to the foundation to help us with our administrative support funds. We did do 2 fundraising drives. The annual giving, we did a little bit differently, and we used a couple of different tactics, an outside firm, and we signed, we hand signed, all the board members took, some letters and hand signed them and so forth. And the increase was about 57%.
Yeah.
It worked. Both of those tactics worked. And then we initiated another solicitation in April during Library Giving Week. So that was new for us. So that was all money to the good, and we did very well there. So, and all those names and addresses go into our database, and we have 2,900 names in our database right now. Not everyone is a donor, unfortunately, but we're working on it. And we know who the donors are. We know how much they've given in the past, and we can leverage off of those kinds of things. So, we want to thank you for the grants. We want the next steps for us, I'll talk about from July and August standpoint. But we're really gearing up for the season, for this season, and especially in December, January, February, March timeframe. We'll do another annual giving event in November. We've got a Pride on the Page again that we did last year, and the other big event that we had was Cocktails on the Page. Both went very, very well. Pride on the Page, we're going to do better financially. Cocktails was I think a rousing success, and both those cases, Julie Warren needs to be recognized. And thank you, Jeannie, for letting Julie work so hard on those two things. It's really helpful to us. Anyway, so we've got some things going in July in our new fiscal year. We kicked off that, and we had election of the officers, and so I'm the president. Betsy Smalley's the vice president. Holly Gray is our secretary, and Gary Grace is our treasurer. So those are the four. And then what we did was we had formed a working group for technology support with Jim Gray and Franklin Capadora, two of our newer board members. And it was working so well that the board voted to create that as a standing committee. So in addition to advocacy and special events and finance and all of that, we now have a technology committee. And we said, well, let's get Jim Gray to be a part of the executive committee, so he can hear all of the things that are going on from a macro viewpoint, and then he can answer some questions that we have from a technology standpoint. And that's been working really well. We did hire a communications consultant. She came on board the 1st of August. So there have been several meetings we've had planning it out. She's developing or helping us develop our messaging and our media placement for the push that we're going to have in the fall. And so you'll be seeing more about that. We'll bring that in line with the website that I mentioned. We'll get our foundation website in sync with that, and so we're very confident that we'll be able to do this in a good fashion. And as I mentioned, we'll have a drive starting sometime in November for our annual giving. So we have Pride on the Page set up for November 1st. I don't know if you've seen the new announcements, but they're fantastic. I mean, the lineup that we have this year is really great. It's going to be a day of panels. What are there, Julie? About 5 panels, 4 panels, 5 panels, 6 panels. Sorry. And each one's about 45 minutes to 60 minutes. That's all free for anybody that wants to come over to the Cultural Center on that day. And then at night, we have Chris Colfer, who played Kurt Hummel on Glee. And he got a couple of Emmys for that and a Golden Globe. And he's been writing children, not so much children, but maybe middle kids, young adult type. He's written 20 books.
Wow.
And so he's very prolific in that area. So he'll be there at night, and we're selling tickets to see him. So that'll be the way we'll raise some money. And again, Julie's been doing a great job on helping us, and you'll see more things coming out as the weeks go by on that. So we're excited about that. I talked about the technology committee. I talked about the website. We'll come and see you next week. And I talked about the communications consultant. Other than that, we haven't been doing anything. And there's just been lots of time this summer. And this board, I'm telling you, these guys, they work. They do. I mean, they bring stuff, at the meetings, Al and Deb, they bring stuff to the meeting. You have a committee report, and it's like, boy, you went from here to here, in the space of 2 months. And so it's very rewarding, and we have a great group. And actually, to give you a preview, we're probably going to add 3 more people next week at our September board meeting. That'll bring us to 26 people. And so we're excited about that. they're all great people and, they all contribute. And, there's really not a stinker in the bunch.
Wonderful. That's wonderful. Does anyone have any questions?
Thursday,
Thursday.
and it's gonna be right down the hall, Al.
So it's a week from tomorrow.
Correct.
Okay.
Does anyone have any questions? Deb, do you have any questions?
He said no.
No? Okay. Okay,
Thanks very much for the time.
very good.
Yeah.
Thank you. Wow, it sounds very exciting. I'm very excited. And library staff.
Okay, so, we didn't do anything this summer. Either.
Yeah,
We moved and we have a beautiful new location. We opened on August 25th. We're located at 4721 East Palm Canyon Drive, next door to Vaughn's. It is right at the intersection of Gene Autry Drive and Highway 111. And we've got lots of parking. The hours are exactly the same. The location, I just keep saying it's so cute. And we've had so many new patrons come over that said, oh, this is right by my house. This is so close. Several people said they missed us. They came in with their stacks of books and they said, I kept all my books and I checked out a bunch so I could last through the closure. And it was just really cute. And we got lots of flowers, treats, and a beautiful book themed cake made by a library patron.
wow.
It was adorable. What did it say on it? It say next chapter, the next chapter.
Mhm.
And
Oh, that's a good clever.
really two books stacked on top of each other.
Yeah.
So it was nice. And like Julie mentioned, the Friends have their bookstore set up. We as library staff have handed over the library to our engineering department, who are working with our builders, Swinnerton Construction, to get ready to go on the renovation of the main library. And so fencing will go up soon. We don't know an exact date, but we are working on that. We're finalizing a date for a groundbreaking ceremony at the main library. So details to come on that. But we do have a ribbon cutting ceremony that we're going to do at Rimrock. So that'll be Tuesday, September 9th at 9:45 a.m. sharp. I can't emphasize the sharp enough because we open at 10. So the idea is that we're gonna have just a quick ceremony, but we want everybody to be there right on time. Please, everybody come, whole community come, you all show up, that'd be great for the photo. So we'll have a few people say a few words, we work. Well, I don't mean.
Yeah, I can take some time.
Oh, okay, well, that'd be wonderful.
Yeah. Definitely.
So 9:45, then we're gonna cut the ribbon and open the doors at 10. So take the picture and do all of that, and we probably have some cookies. There's a grocery store right next door.
You're not gonna bake cookies.
No.
You're not
The
gonna
next
out.
chapter. So we want you to come to that 9:45 at Rimrock. And one note about our library board meeting, which it's on everything, but our October meeting will be October 16th. It's a Thursday.
Oh,
It will be in this room.
Yes.
We have
Which board's meeting?
the library board of trustees,
Why, the 16th?
because we have there are holidays
Yom
in
Kippur or-
yeah, there's holidays
Yeah.
and room conflicts and date conflicts, and that was the date we landed on as our meeting.
We decided that in January. didn't we?
Yeah, we
Yeah.
did
Yeah, we did an approval.
yeah, that was on our list. So, but yeah, back when we could do the virtual things. So, yeah, just so you know, October 16th, it's a Thursday, it'll be in this room. The reason why it will be in this room and not over there is because it's the same day as Measure J. So it's their regular meeting day, so they get the room. The reason why we're not at City Hall today is because they're renovating that large conference room.
oh,
Nice.
Yeah, yay. So it'll be,
in October we'll be here as,
yeah, and October will be over here because the date is different.
okay, I got you,
We
I
needed a,
right,
we had a conflict and
Thursday. and
Yeah, we're-
Wednesday.
I wonder if we can get the bigger, maybe down the hall, maybe it'll be the bigger room or something.
Jeannie,
Yes.
I thought I remembered a message maybe from Julie. That you actually wanted us at the ribbon cutting at 9:30.
Yes.
Yeah, I said arrive between 9:30 and 9:45
Oh,
because,
okay.
you know, we want to make sure everybody's there for 9:45.
You might hit one of those long stop lights or.
Yeah, you know, so,
Parking lot.
yeah, just planning, yeah.
Right,
Yeah, there's a Starbucks with the bonds, you know, get them coffee, hang out. It's gonna be a beautiful morning, fingers crossed. And then I want to let Julie talk about programs because we're doing programs again and
Okay.
we got the traveling team,
Yay.
right?
So we did, I gave you each just the September flyer, so we are working on for October, but there will be many, many other things to come. But today was our first program at Mizell, which was our Mahjong Open Play. This Saturday will be our Palm Springs genealogy monthly lecture, so they will be meeting also at Mizell. The book clubs, 3 of them are restarting. They're all at the Wellwood. So that's the following week, those restart. The Spanish Book Club is at the Rimrock Library location. They had their first meeting in August, so that was really fun. Our second day open, and they will meet again in September at the Rimrock Library. And then the Outbook Book Club will resume in October. That's the regular start date, but they will meet at the LGBTQ Center. And so everybody has a home, and so we're excited about that. There will be other adult lectures, author talks, all sorts of things coming. Just as we have regularly done in the past, they'll just be at different locations. So all that will be to come. Story times resume tomorrow at the Rimrock Library. So we're excited about that, starting first with the preschool and then the baby story time. And then the teens are also starting their programming tomorrow, and they're actually meeting at the Mizell Center. So that's kind of fun. Yeah, I think it'll be great for the different generations. And they're meeting there twice a month. So this is their first meeting tomorrow. So lots of great things of programming happening. We're really making a concerted effort for outreach to different locations. So you'll see us at a bunch of different locations. And we're excited about it because I think it's giving us all a different opportunity to really get out there into the community. So lots more things to come. This is just us getting started as we're reopening and getting our settled in all of our locations.
And one thing I would add too is that if a organization is a membership organization, if it's a library program, it's free. So you don't have to worry about being a member
Yeah.
of the senior center or the LGBTQ center.
Yeah.
It's just if it's a library program, it's under our umbrella of free program, free attendance.
Yes, thank you, Jeannie.
Yeah.
That's an important note.
Yeah.
Absolutely. All right, so that's kind of all I have to share on programs unless anyone has a question.
it's not a question,
Oh.
I just wanna offer a compliment. I was asked by a couple of local friends recently, well, so I assume that means there'll be very limited activity during the next year or two, and I said, well, actually, no. And I just wanna commend you, Julie, and all of your colleagues and Jeannie and everyone who have pulled this off. This is a major accomplishment, and I just want to commend you all. It really is something to be noted. So thank
We're
you.
all working hard.
It's not a big deal.
Yes.
Um,
And related to that, I wanna start sending team members out together to do like library card registrations when they go out to a different program. We might send a library assistant with a librarian and then you get a library card while you're there, or answer questions, or just have do outreach while we're out in the community.
I think there's gonna be an ancillary benefit to these programs being farmed out at these various locations. And that is that there will be increased visibility of the library and its programming by virtue of being in all these different spots. I think it's easy for us to think, oh, well, the library, it's here, it's, you know, but for folks who may have not really taken notice of all that happens in and through the library before, this will be a touch point for them. So again, I think that this may be an unexpected benefit to this time.
Very good. I agree.
And then the final thing I have is just a reminder that September is library card sign up month. So if people don't have a library card, just come into the library and get one, or come and visit us at one of our events and maybe we can give you a library card there. So that's all I have.
Yeah, we're very flexible. We're very excited to meet new people coming into our new place and out in the world, and we want to be a great help and get our mobile app, check out our ebooks. We've got some great stuff. We're still doing almost all of the same things that we did at the main library, just honey, I shrunk the library. We still have passports. We had a huge influx of passport appointments on the first day we were open again for passports. So we're still doing a passport acceptance agency. We still have the programs. We still have the books. We still have the movies. We have the downloadable things and yeah. So
Did you move the diapers too?
almost all the things. Sadly, no, we put that program on pause, but we gave away all of the diapers.
Oh, that's good. That's
And we
good.
got some backpacks and we gave those to Parks and Recreation, so from the same organization, Baby to Baby, and yeah, so sadly, that one's gonna be on pause because we don't have a single place to store we, look at us cramped in here. We got nothing, but yeah, that's an excellent question, Deb. But sadly, that's one of the things that went by the wayside for right now.
But just temporarily.
Yeah.
Great. Yes. Okay, well, thank you very much for that report. And now on to the treasurer's report.
Yes, you have that in your packet, page 1, this page 10, both pages. Anyway, this, really not much of a change at all. Again, we didn't meet last month, so this is really kind of a report of two months. There was a reduction of $58,320.
I couldn't figure it out either, so I called.
Good, thank you.
So they said they're not finished with last year's
Okay.
reconciliation, so they haven't. Cause I was like, where's the money? There was a difference and I was like, where did
And
it go?
there's nowhere to find it.
Right.
Yeah, I was having.
So I talked to finance and they said that the unrealized and realized gains haven't been calculated or finished yet, and the full market value of assets hasn't been finished. But they're hoping by mid-September to have everything ready for their auditors. So by the end of September, they will, but it'll still affect probably will still affect our reports because we run our reports so early that month, end of September might not be finished by the time we run the next reports, but I'm
It'd be nice to get
assured that the
that.
money is there.
Yeah, it's nice to have the update though,
I know.
on October 16th.
I know.
I will be here, so.
Yeah, so we'll do our best, but no big change. The one thing I did note was that at the end, which page is, well, I ran this separately, but at the end of June, they did issue the $70,000 for the library foundation. And then we sent $7,009.19 to Overdrive for
That's
ebooks.
a good report, but
Yeah.
not complete.
Not a lot of activity, but we did earn some good interest, I think. I'm not sure if it's for sure set in stone as the interest number. It's in there.
There was. That's fine, unless you got it over the phone. That's
That's in your packet. Well, how many packets do I have?
the good news is nothing major.
I wanna say our interest was about almost $50,000, 40, it looks like, well, that number's right, 48,000 in interest income.
But it doesn't appear on this. particular-
In your packet on page 16.
Oh, on this page, yeah.
The big, that was the end of the last year's account detail history. They did add the interest, but what they do is they finalize all of the financials. And then they do all of that, then they calculate the unrealized gains and realized. It's way over my head, but. They have to make sure everything's settled and then they assess the values for all of the funds and.
So it's
divvy it
good
up.
work.
Very good. Thank you.
We got some money. That's good.
Can I have a motion to accept the treasurer's report?
Second?
Great. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay.
Okay.
All right, very good. So we are going to go ahead and move on to the election of Library Board of Trustees Chairperson, Vice Chairperson, and Treasurer.
Yes, and actually, we met 2 months ago.
Yes, we do.
We did. And we have subsequently talked to those who, to see if they would continue to be interested. As I recall, we have to do this one at a time. Is that correct? Or can we-
To do this, the sheet that's in your packet on page 24,
Oh, shoot.
and I think you do it each one at a,
That's my recollection.
one, you do chair.
Yeah.
Vice chair, treasurer, and I think we got it accurate this year, David Norgard. It took a couple of years to get the right document, or like,
Okay, here we go,
Yeah.
nomination. Do we want to present those who the nominating committee have recommended? And then call for, well, yeah, we'll do it that way, since I'm chair, but, so. What the nominating committee had suggested that a current president continue on. So are there so nominations are now in order for the office of chair?
okay, I think that. So, will you read that part?
Okay,
I think.
so.
Presiding, no, this is the vice chair, treasurer.
I know, but the presiding officer says take
Oh.
the nominations.
Got you.
So nominations are now in order for the office of chair, vice chair, and treasurer.
So you just repeat, so I just,
Okay.
yeah, so just for chair, right now we're
For
doing the
chair,
chair.
okay.
And then,
Oh, got it. I
and then
see.
you report, you might have to report on yourself, so.
Oh,
I don't know,
okay.
are you two the nominating committee, the two of
But
you?
yeah, we
We
are.
are.
Exactly,
Okay,
We had a meeting 2 months ago.
okay.
and then, so then you say that, yeah, you're recommending Juanita Garner stay on as chair,
I'm,
right?
okay,
Right.
oh, I have to say that?
I don't
So I'm
know.
recommending.
Yeah.
Juanita Garner
Yeah, you do.
continue
Yes, you
as
have to
chair.
say it.
She
You have to say
continue
it.
to be as chair. And who says when there appears to be no further, oh, wait,
And then
who
you
said-
say, are there any
Are
further,
there any further nominations for the office of chair?
like a play,
Seeing none, I'm stupid.
any others?
Any others? Okay, seeing none, without objection, nominations are closed.
Okay,
And then it says, if only one person is nominated, the presiding officer, after ensuring that no members presently wish to make further nominations, simply declares the nominee is elected by unanimous consent.
Okay, so
Yeah.
the nominee is elected by unanimous consent.
You elect
Yeah,
yourself.
okay. Moving on.
Okay, so nominations are now in order for the vice chair.
Right. And we decided that it would be good to see if David Norgard would continue, and he agreed that he would if nominated.
Okay, are there any further nominations for the office of vice chair? Okay, seeing none, without objection, nominations are closed. And David Norgard, you are the elected vice chair of the committee.
Thank you.
Okay,
I'm a treasurer.
nominations are now in order for the office of treasurer. So I would like Al to continue as treasurer. Do you accept the
I
nomination?
do
Oh,
indeed.
great.
Thank you.
Thank you. Are there any further nominations for the office of treasurer? Okay. Seeing none, without objection, nominations are closed. And Al Jones, you have been unanimously appointed to treasurer.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay.
So we did our job well, didn't we?
Number 3, so now we have to do the motion on that bottom.
Yeah, you do the motion to.
To do what?
Click on the very bottom, the motion number 3,
Oh.
okay?
Oh, yeah, thank you, Lisa.
To accept the election results, we need a motion.
Seconded.
Okay, all in favor, say aye.
All right.
Terrific. Unanimous, congratulations.
Roll call.
Yeah.
Does it have to be a roll call?
Sorry, it says roll call, very last line,
Oh, yeah.
I'll do it.
sorry.
Okay, let's do it. It's good.
You're-
Just wanna keep
Thank
it in
you.
line.
Juanita Gardner,
Yes.
David Norgard,
Oh, present, yes.
are you, vote yes, Al Jones,
Yes.
Gary Brackett,
Aye.
and yes, 4-0. Congratulations. Thank you.
Keep it to the last.
Keeping us honest.
Okay. Okay. Right.
Lots of procedurals today.
So, trustee consideration of the volunteer for committee assignments. Are we doing that today as well?
You all can, or you can mention the ones you have vacant and defer, or, where's the left, where is it? It's on, please. Thank you. Page 4. So you do have a new trustee, Gary Brackett, who needs some jobs. Maybe. Or might want to, it's up to you all. You can decide if you wanna, let Gary think about it, or if Gary, if you've thought about it, or if there's anything that you wanna do, or.
I'm open to whatever.
It looks like we have, advocacy has a blank, right?
No, Juanita's on that.
I know, but she's just.
Yeah,
by
it's just
herself.
me.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
No, I don't know what you guys wanna do. If you wanna think about it, or you wanna,
So, I mean, is it something that you want to jump into, or do you want to take a little time? It's up to you. I don't want to pressure you into.
Let's delay it till next month.
Okay, all right,
Yeah,
sounds good.
think
Great.
about it, and you
Okay.
all, and maybe you all might say, I'm tired of this assignment.
No.
No, I did drop off the Friends. Friends is still available.
Sorry, Deb, go ahead.
No, I'm sorry. I'm staying with Foundation, but I dropped off the Friends last year, so that's available.
Oh, yes.
I'm willing to continue as the Friends liaison. I'm happy to go to the board meetings of the Friends and report back and vice versa.
Okay,
Okay,
great.
and I would like to continue, with the Foundation liaison
Okay.
and Mills J. There's not much to do with that, but.
Yeah,
Okay.
we're in a good position with them now,
Mm,
Okay.
I think.
mhm.
Yeah, you all have to think about it, or if this change where you wanna.
Okay, sounds good.
Is that okay with you, Deb? If I continue with the Friends?
Oh, yeah, it's fine. I just want to stay with the Foundation for sure, but the Friends was a bit much for me. There
Yeah.
are 2 meetings, so I'm happy to have you have it.
Okay,
And I'll back you up if you ever need it, so.
okay, thanks, good.
Uh-huh.
And I'll be meeting your meeting next week.
Okay, and we have the Wellwood Murray Memorial Library policy review and acceptance. So do we have any discussion on that?
So what you're seeing in your packet. Lisa, tell me the page, and I don't, page, so my packet's blown apart.
Page 25.
Yeah.
Okay, that is what we've done, and Julie you can always, you can add to it, go ahead.
So this is the Wellwood Murray Memorial Library, is the Berkeley Library downtown. We have a code of conduct there, just as we do at the main library. This is basically what you approved at the main library. However, when we went to put it in, changing the name to Wellwood and so on, we realized that some of the things did not cross over. So what you're seeing here are the things really on the second page that we're recommending that we delete because it doesn't really make sense. So under number 6, that we're deleting without proper checkout and staff authorization. Under 10, no smoking. We just say on the courtyard patio because that's the only place that applies to that location. Number 13, we're deleting. Number 12, we're deleting because there is no teen space or children's area at the Wellwood. Other than that, all of these things that you approved for the main library are in this. It's virtually the same, but I needed you to see what was different and make sure that if you had any questions, and if not, for you to approve it so that I could move forward with doing that for the Wellwood.
And moving forward.
Okay.
Do you have any questions? I'm sorry, does anyone have any questions? Any discussion on this? No? Okay. So you moved and you seconded. Great, thank you.
So do you wanna vote? All those?
Yeah.
All those in favor?
So all those in favor?
Nice.
Aye.
Fabulous.
Okay.
Thank you for that.
Okay, moving on to D, approved library annual report fiscal year 2024-25.
A
Okay.
lot of stuff.
I'm telling you, we're,
I know.
we're getting, taking care of some business. So we are required by the California State Library to report annual statistics to them each year. And you in your bylaws also report to the city council once a year for your annual report. So we use this time to create this document on all of our behalf. This is these statistics are only a minuscule portion of what we report to the California State Library, but we do for our annual report. We try to keep it simple, highlight of statistics, some stories about what has happened over the past year. It's really tricky when we have a summer reading goes across 2 fiscal years. So we tend to just talk about summer reading, even though it ends in the next fiscal year. We always just try to report on our summer reading. We had some really good statistics. Some of our numbers are just down slightly. I'm not worried about it. A lot of that was us getting ready for the move because we stopped doing a lot of our programming, or, we started to downsize. We didn't do our family fun fest this year. We didn't really try to do a lot of anything because we were like, we need to stop and pack. So, but we did really do a lot of outreach. And so our outreach was very beneficial because we increased our summer reading count 333 new participants over the year before. So we had a very large increase in our summer reading participation. Some of our other numbers we did, so the numbers that you see for statistics are just that on this sheet, just this section. The numbers we gather are three pages of statistics and then some. But one of the things that you can do is if you go, if for anybody interested in library statistics, every library jurisdiction in the state of California reports the same statistics. And so then you can download it in Excel, you can compare apples to apples, you can compare by population, by budget, by staff size, all kinds of different things. And if you could Google it, you could Google California State Library statistics, and you'll probably get to the state statistics portal. It's counting opinions, or at least it's still counting opinions. There were some budgetary issues that we didn't know if we were gonna have access to this portal. But it's there. Our some information, something I wanted to say, like our the number that like jumps out at me, our reading program signups were up 80% over last year. Teen outreach, the number of teen outreach programs that we did, the year before we did 3. This year we did 45. So the children's outreach, we did 7. This year we did 22. So we really did a lot of outreach. We went to the schools, we went to James O'Jesse, Boys and Girls Club, they came to us. And so we are seeing the benefit of that. For passports, we did $25,000, almost $26,000 in revenue for passports.
And these are only for first-time passport holders.
Yes, yeah, so first-time passport holders, you have to visit with a passport acceptance agent and you have to pay them $35. And this is a program that we did to help our city and our library. The money goes directly to the city. So we brought in almost $26,000 for the city just by doing passports. The year before we did almost $29,000. And then for the Friends raised, I don't have the number. We did 504 passport photos with the Friends, and they get $15 for each one of those. And we're the cheapest in town for passport photos, so, and 100% of that goes to the Friends, so. Anyway, I just had to share a little bit about our information. You can read on this. Anything you wanna add?
No, I think we covered it. We just need to know if there's any changes or questions.
Yes, one thing real quick that I will say is that once you if you approve this, we will send it to city council for them to receive and file as part of your bylaw requirement to turn in an annual report.
I've mentioned this before, and the statistics are great when you give the comparison, but just looking at here.
Yeah.
I would really like to see a comparison to the numbers, maybe in parentheses to the year before. I
Yeah.
have no basis to look at these figures and think, well, this is good or this is bad, because I don't know
Mhm.
unless I go to the website.
Yeah.
But I'm just thinking of anyone who would pick this up and read it. It doesn't let you know how well you're doing.
Mhm. And I believe we put these on our website, so you
Yes.
could look at last year's side by side. We try to keep the format the same.
Mhm.
But I see what you're saying. We are limited in space too. so-
Well, it'd really be a simple matter, just saying last year's, just in parentheses
Mhm.
after each number.
Have the chart,
Would
like
be-
make it into a chart instead.
Well, not even doing that,
A table or
like
something.
in parentheses after the 136, 681, just have whatever last year's figure was.
Yeah,
And
and,
then just make-
and unfortunately, it's down 3%, so that, not something I'm super proud of, but, we've been busy, you know?
Mhm.
And I
In the
think,
programming, but-
I think also part of it is too, people maybe thought we moved already. So, but yeah,
Anyway,
no, that's, yes. that
I
was-
see your point though, Al. It would be helpful to have that comparison at a glance.
mhm,
Mhm.
It would make the numbers more meaningful.
right, right.
Yeah.
It will take up another line, which would be, I mean, it would make this column twice as long.
Mhm. We just
No,
have to
we-
make our font.
no.
Well, no, you mean off to the side,
So because there's no room off to the
No,
side
I-
of most of them, but.
right,
Yeah, we'd have to create a table of some sort
yeah.
and condense it down.
I was thinking you could do percentages, but if it's a down percentage, that doesn't optically look good, even though there's a really good reason. So,
Mhm.
Right,
It is kind of hard to explain some of the numbers why they're down, but they're even some of the like a 3% decrease is hardly anything, you know?
especially with what's going on right now with the library.
Yeah.
Right,
Yeah.
and we didn't do that in previous years when we had the COVID numbers because you know, that definitely had a different picture and we had to do a lot of notations based on COVID and then we're
Mhm.
recovering and we, you know, these hours change and this and that, and it got to be too much trying to explain because it even just if you were to put just the last year's number, you really aren't telling that much of a story.
Mhm.
And so, you know, I think, you know, at that time, we just decided that we didn't want to be telling that kind of story. We were sharing the information. If somebody really wanted to, they could look at the previous years. But yeah, I mean, because people do make judgments
They
based
do.
on, you know, even a small decrease could make it seem like a negative. And, you know, that's just not kind of the overall story, but definitely we understand what you're saying.
That's-
But I kind of want to show, I think we would want to show multiple years if we were gonna do that, so you can see.
But
you
I
know.
think but it is published because you said it's accessible on the website, right?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Completely.
Every year,
We
yeah.
you can see it there, but I think if this is going to the city and the city wants to see what you did, and this is very clearly there, and I think that if we add too much information, it's hard to read.
Mhm.
It's hard to understand, and I think, you know, the more concise you are when you're giving stuff to council, you know, the easier it is for them to go, okay, library's doing,
Mhm.
obviously these numbers, these are big numbers, these are not.
Yeah,
small
and I do
numbers.
try to tell a story in my paragraph to
Right.
kind of explain some of the highlights of the highlights.
Right.
But yeah, with the annual report formatting, we keep it the same, so our board packets are always accessible forever. And I believe do we have it in the annual, is the in Laserfiche, the annual reports, there's like an annual report.
Yeah,
section that you can
Just not
go.
this one yet.
Right, but once this is accepted, then,
Right.
yeah,
Yeah,
so we
I'll
have a
preview it.
place on our website that you can go and get all of these and lay them all out. Like, but yeah, I know, I see what you're saying, but also it is hard to tell the story concisely.
And just in one year over another.
But our website possibly have a link there to go to the state
Oh,
or
for the
to
state
show the
portal.
board, to show them more detailed it's obviously far more detailed than, I mean,
Maybe,
it's just a possible solution.
yeah, yeah.
to give you some, you know,
Yeah.
if you really
Right.
wanna look at the detail and see what's going on and.
Yeah, we have to watch for dead links to make sure we don't keep a link that if they've changed it, if it changed.
Yeah,
But we keep track of that too, but I see them making
No, that's a
that.
good idea.
yeah.
But like, I mean,
Cause that's,
And
if-
websites sometimes, like we used to Google stats to see how many people, where they were coming from.
Right,
Back when I worked at the university and a small library, so.
and it's a
And-
lot more detail.
and if you're a numbers, person, that state report is huge. It's huge. I don't know if you have ever looked at it. It's a great place to do some drawdowns and sorts and column. If you like numbers, that's the place to go and get all the numbers. I mean, it tells you everything. It tells you everything about us.
Mm-hmm,
Yeah.
that's good.
So yes, thank you for the feedback and, but yeah, we have added some new services. We added video game circulation. We have our parks passes, our backpacks. We got a grant for computers and computer equipment. So read encourage everybody to read our newsletter and follow everything on the library renovation on engagepalmsprings.com.
I move adoption of the draft annual report of the library 24-25.
I second that.
Need a vote.
All in favor?
Aye.
Hi.
Okay. Thank you very much. Okay, and so you have more to tell us, or you're good? You're good? Okay,
that.
we are all done.
And do you
Okay,
need to-
wonderful.
Do you vote his? Do you have to vote for his?
Do we have to
To
vote?
accept it.
Vote to accept his report?
Oh,
Email report?
okay. So, I need a motion to accept the report from the, Palm Springs, Library Foundation. I was gonna
Nice.
say, Board of Trustees, the foundation. Yes,
So moved?
okay, I'll second that. All in favor?
Aye.
Hi.
Aye.
Thank you.
Okay. All right, and we're moving on to discussion about the library renovation or updates. Do you have something to share with us?
No, I think I
You
shared
think you
it.
got it at
I'm
the
happy
beginning?
to
Okay.
answer any questions anyone has if I forgot
Okay,
anything.
does
but-
anybody have any questions about the upcoming renovation?
One thing I will say is that we did try to make sure that the contractor knows to try to keep the parking lot as available as possible for baseball or activities at the park. So, it's gonna be a tricky situation for them to be able to work in that parking lot. So there could be times when it won't be available. So, just a heads up about that. What else
Is
should
the,
people
is the
know?
city doing anything about that? Are they getting involved in
Well,
trying to create more parking somewhere else or?
No, it's just
Okay.
gonna be possibly fenced off. They're gonna try, like I said, they're gonna try to keep some of the parking available for
Mm.
baseball, but we've shared that parking lot for
I was gonna say,
50 years.
Yeah.
So, you know, we do our best, but there has been, obviously the request to leave as much space. And then we're paying attention to big, large special events to try to make sure that there is parking if there's something going on. There's a food and wine festival coming up in the fall. Just all kinds of things. We're gonna be closed for years, so.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Again, Engage Palm Springs for the timeline. We have a 3-year lease at Rimrock, so we're good there for a while. Come see us there, and we do still have our book budget, so if you don't see something on the shelf, you can always put in a purchase request. We have our ebook collection. We're really bolstering up the ebook and audiobook collection. So you can make those as large print as you need them to be. Lisa's our purchaser, so she's like, "Where's my money?"
Wait, my budget got cut.
Yeah, so renovation is, when you see that fence go up, it'll be real. Please don't leave anything at that library. Do not leave donations there. Do not leave book returns. I found a stack of donations that had been rained on
oh no,
and they're ruined. So we thank you for the thought, but don't leave anything there because we're not there anymore. We gave our keys away. So come see us at Rimrock. We have a book drop. Our friends have a way to make donations, and yeah, we're happy to help you over there.
great.
Just one question
Yes.
on the renovation. So at this point, do you have a rough sense of when work will start?
September.
September?
Yes, so I think they're going to take possession on the week of the 8th, so next week.
Okay.
They're gonna take possession, and I don't know when the fence is going up, but
I see.
any time.
Good.
So, yeah,
Good deal.
we've been working on this.
And we
for
will have
many years.
signage on the fence
Oh,
that
yeah.
will show renderings,
point.
that will have thank you messages to Measure J and the California State Library and the city
The
and the
foundation.
foundation with a QR code to their website that they will be launching and all sorts of different things. We're gonna try to, have, keep building the excitement, letting people see what things are gonna look like. So that's all coming too.
Progress photos, I'm sure we'll
Yeah.
do on our Engage Palm Springs.
Yeah, so there'll be lots of things to keep people engaged and interested.
We'll have the address of the temporary.
Yeah,
location.
and that
There's
too. Yeah, I have a whole list
some-
of all these
that
banners that
should there
are
by now.
absolutely. Yes. Yes, for sure. We will have that. Yes. And our website and yes, all those things. I have a very long list. We're gonna have a lot of fence, so. So make it pretty.
Yeah, because the JC Fry building is also part of this project. This is part of the parcel, so.
Oh,
We'll
right.
be doing that work on that
Close
building
call.
too.
Yeah.
And that's gonna be simultaneous?
Yes.
Okay,
And that's a cost savings method so that all of the electricians are all there at the same time, the plumbers, the trades.
yeah,
That they're counted, they've parceled us in as one parcel, one project. And
good,
so, yeah, that's
good,
that's the idea.
wonderful. Okay, great. We don't have any committee reports. Um. So, where's my phone? Do you have the time?
6:27.
6:27, okay. It is,
For trustee staff comments for future agenda, I'm sorry. One
Yes.
thing for next month, I want to make sure that I'm gonna add on the October agenda to, we have some unallocated funds and I'm gonna make a request for you guys to approve the balance once we straighten out
Oh.
to allocate the unallocated funds to future library projects, so we can have a
We do
motion.
that every year.
Motion, second approval, and then that will be official, so we can send that to you. What happened? No.
And then
And then the volunteering for the committee assignments, we'll bring that back
yes.
for you. So anyway. Yeah,
Okay,
sorry.
perfect.
Didn't add on one more minute. It's still 6:27.
All right, great. Alrighty, it is 6:27 and we are adjourned for the meeting of the Library Board of Trustees. Our next meeting is set for 5:30 PM on Thursday, October 16th, 2025, and it'll
Still be here in this building.
building.
See that.
Great,
Very good.
wonderful. Thank